Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a great day. So recently I did my end of 2018 best of series. I did my best of high end and I did my best of drugstore, and I said in those videos that I decided to leave out anything that was limited edition, mainly because I feel like it's a bit unfair to wave all these amazing limited edition products in your face if you can't get them. But lots of you were actually really interested and said actually you'd like to see what my favorite limited edition products were for the year, and almost all of these are still available in certain places, so I feel like it's not that cruel because actually a lot of you will still be able to get almost all of these products, and some of them I have high suspicion will be back at some point. So yeah, that's my excuse for taunting you with the limited edition products, okay? So first up, the Amrezy by Anastasia Beverly Hills collab. One of the biggest launches of the year, one of the most stunning highlights. I have to say, I prefer this when I'm more tanned in the summer. I'm using it less now in the winter because it is just a little, I mean, you can see it against my hand there. I do prefer this and I do tend to reach for this more in the summer, but it is without doubt one of my favorite all-time highlighters and probably one of the most successful popular products of 2018. Now this next product, which will be one of the hardest, if not the hardest to get hold of, is the MAC by Jade Jagger collection blush, and this is the shade Moon Shimmer. Now I think this actually came out in December of 2017, but it took me a while to pick it up. Oh my god, I can't open it. There we go, we're in. And this is what it looks like. It's kind of a swirled marble effect blush. It's been one of my favorite blushes. I never buy multiples. Like if something's limited edition and I love it, I'm never gonna buy a second one. Well, I have yet to, maybe this will be the year, but I have yet to buy multiples because I just feel like, you know what, by the time I've gone through it, something else will have come along. It will be fine. So I feel like it's a bit of a waste of money for me personally to buy multiples, but this is just right up my street. A very soft, subtle, peachy, bronzy, glowy blush. It's one of my ultimate all-time favorite blushes. I love the formula, I love the shade, and I just feel like no one talked about it other than me, and I used this a lot last year. One of my favorite blushes of the year. I have quite a few lip products, so I feel like that's the main thing that people bring out, limited edition. The first one is from the Desi by Desi Colors, the second collection, and this is a Mauve story. I just love the formula of these. So they are a liquid lipstick, but they don't dry down fully matte. They called them like a satin, I think, formula. So yeah, this is their second release, and Desi Colors have been bringing this formula out more often, I've noticed. You can still get these, I think they're available on Beauty Bay in the UK. Just a gorgeous shade, very comfortable and soft on the lips, but really beautiful opaque coverage. So if you like the idea of a liquid lipstick, but the matte drying, sucking the life out of your lips formula is not for you, give this one a try. It's not transfer proof, but they do wear very, very well, and they're much more comfortable obviously than a matte liquid lipstick. Speaking of which, the Jeffree Star Scandal shade, this is from his Christmas collection. The packaging of this is glorious, and this was one of my favorite liquid lip shades ever. It's just the most romantic rose shade, so pretty. I wore this a lot, even though I'm not the hugest fan of liquid lipsticks, because it is just so soft and pretty, and I think this particular shade is one of the best formulas I've tried as far as liquid lipsticks. That particular shade seems to be a little more comfortable even than the rest of his line. I don't know why it is. Maybe it's because it's got that tiny hint, little specks of glitter in that really aren't visible once you put them on the lips. Maybe that somehow helps it to be more comfortable, but it's not as drying as the rest of his liquid lipstick formula, which is one of the better ones that I've tried. One of my favorites from the year, this is Charlotte Tilbury's Sunset Lover. I think this is like came out around the summer, and it is just the perfect peach lip. This is completely gone as far as I know, but I have very high hopes that this will be back because I know it's sold out very, very quickly, and Charlotte does tend to bring things back when they sell out like that. It's just a gorgeous, perfect, like Your Lips But Better, peachy shade. I wore this almost non-stop throughout like the spring and summer, and it was one of my absolute favorites. Whenever I posted a picture wearing it, everyone was asking me what I had on my lips, and it was this one. Couple more lipsticks. This is from Mcgrath, and this is her Los Angeles lipstick, which I believe is limited edition. It's the lipstick I've got on right now. It is my all-time favorite lipstick. I love the formula of it. I love the shade. It's a Lush Trance, so it's not her matte formula, it's her more sort of satin natural lip formula. It's so smoothing and plumping and pigmented and comfortable. It's like a more wearable version of MAC Stone. I feel like it reminds me of that. Although it's cool toned, I feel like it goes with lots of looks because it's got that slight, almost like mauve tone to it, so it makes it a lot more wearable than like most of these types of lipsticks. An absolute all-time fave, and still available on her website at the point at which I'm making this video. Don't sue me if it's gone. And the last limited lip of the year is Jamie Genevieve's MAC collab. The perfect nude lip. Just enough colour. I have to wear this with a lip liner. It goes beautifully with MAC Spice. It's just the perfect formula. It says it's a satin, and I agree with that. It's kind of almost more of a matte satin. But a very, very comfortable, smooth formula, just perfect nude lip. Love wearing this on a night out with Spice if I've got a heavy eye going on. And now I have a couple of palettes. Of course, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Unlocked palette. This was one of my favourite purchases from the last year. I'm really afraid to touch this because this was properly limited edition. I don't think you can get it, certainly in the UK. I don't think there's many places, if any, that still have this available, so I am very afraid to use it. But I love every single shade in here. I love the bronzer, the highlight, the blushes, and the setting powder, or the finishing powder. I love all of it. It's my perfect shade. Every year I see these palettes and I'm like, it's, you know, it's very expensive. There's always a couple shades I probably won't use in there. This was the year where I was like, it's my year. That is my palette. I'll use every shade in there, and I was not disappointed. These blushes are right up my street. This sort of apricot-y one, very nice in winter. Mixed together, these two are just everything. I love everything about this palette. Again, to me, this is one of the best releases, limited releases of the year. Likewise, the MAC Christmas, what is it called? MAC Shiny Pretty Things Face Compact. I did a full review of this palette. As you guys know, I'm obsessed with this bronzer. I picked up the deeper palette because I preferred the finish of this bronzer, and the tone of it was just much more up my street, and as well as this blush is like everything, just the perfect coppery tone. This is still available again at the time I made this video. This is still available in lots of places, and I think it's on sale now as well. But yeah, this whole palette, I've been using it non-stop. I'm not afraid to use this palette because I feel like MAC bring out face palettes every year at Christmas, and there's always one that I love. So I am using it and getting use out of it, even though, you know, I will be sad when it is all gone. But again, I have loved this. I just wish MAC would bring out these types of products in their permanent line year round, because I feel like they always sell out. People always love them. There was a lot less hype this year than in previous years, maybe because the packaging was slightly less exciting, but I really like it, and I've used this non-stop, all of the products in there. So there you have it. That is my favourite limited edition makeup of 2018. I'd love to know what yours were. I'd love to know if you had really bad FOMO about any of the releases, if there was anything you missed and you desperately wished you could have got your mitts on it. I would love to hear, because, you know, a problem shared is a problem halved. Let us share your pain. Misery loves company after all. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to see you in a future one. So please consider subscribing before you go. I would love to have you back sometime. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.